The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Monday, December 18th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today. We're also brought to you by Game Time. Game Time tickets make the perfect holiday gift. Sign up at gametime.co and use that promo code CFBX for $20 off. Once again, gametime.co, promo code CFBX.
This is Martin Cleese, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride. Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and mix episode for Monday, December 18th. Tough night for me. Technically based on the locks, I think I gave you guys 4 and 6, but I lost another one. We'll get to it. We're going to talk all of them. You know, one thing I learned today, I shouldn't say I learned this. I learned this a while ago, but sometimes you like to, the lines just didn't make sense. Well, today they didn't make sense for good reason. So we'll get into it all, folks. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Dant, AKA Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
It's easy to see a tide turn.
Well, that's not what I was trying to hit.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
Very healthy, but I need a new week here because that was the way that I lost like the last 4 games on Saturday night after having a dominating day, and then carrying that game into today, or those final 4 games into today. Didn't have the greatest day today. Some days you're gonna lose money. I think I checked my account and I'm down $296 for today. Still up for the week, but I mean, it's never a good feeling. I am joined by my co-host. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, the host of the Big 12 College Experience. Subscribe. The host of the Ryan and Rush Show. Subscribe. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre, aka Money Lon Mac. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, man. You know, I ended up 5-5, but I had to battle my ass off down the stretch to even break 500. So kind of a shitty day, like you said, but hey, it was a good week for us. So we were due to cool off a little bit. Saturday night, obviously, we got ambushed late, and it kind of carried over into Sunday, it felt like. I
mean, I still had a great Saturday, but it definitely could have been greater.
Yeah.
But some games today, I ate a big bag of shit on. I guess we should get to it, but I do want to let the people know Noah Bieniek is back. And you know what that means. He's going to have to face the music. He tried to run from it last night. He has to face the music. Noah, how are you, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
How's the LeBaron doing?
The LeBaron doing all right. It was busy yesterday, to say the least. Lots of moving, lots of stuff being put in and out, lots of stairs. I mean,
stairs.
Geez, I had a nice workout, and then I had a lot of driving. Yeah.
Care to comment on the rumor that you ducked the show because you gave out you were selling lemons on the street corner?
Fake news. I was 9-9 yesterday. That was like the one thing that I was like, what the fuck are these guys talking about?
Well, the lock battle scene was a bloodbath.
I won at least one of those. I fell asleep during
like
the show, and
I
fell asleep during the show, and then I listened back, and it was like I never left. Like I just never left you guys in mind. I was living rent free.
Wait. But it was, we had like 5 lock battles. To come away with one, you can't just say, well, look, I won one of those.
I can't remember which ones were lock battles. We're talking about 2 nights ago. We were deciding these lock battles, and you were gone for 20 minutes of the picks. So I didn't know which ones were lock battles.
The youth, man. I'm just fucking scared of the youth, man. Just dodge every, this is your time to be honest. Circle of trust right now. Noah, the floor is yours. We will give you, if you want to ramble on 3 minutes about, just be honest with look, our listeners and viewers, they care. They want to know what happened here. They subscribe. They put their own hours and effort into checking us every night. And I feel, maybe it's a little cheap if you don't level with them a little bit.
Colby, it's interesting. Like, we know the schedule. Like, I know the schedule at least for tomorrow. I don't know. It's a weird position or timing for you to do this.
Do you? What do you mean? That I'm going to a dinner tomorrow and missing tomorrow's? Okay.
It's a front windshield type view podcast. No rear view mirror after the one day. It was 9-9. It was surviving.
This is out in the universe forever, man.
Yeah, 88 games.
And
slate,
people
9-9.
People concoct what they want of who you are, the character behind you. You know what I mean? Just right now, you got 10 seconds if you want to just say, hey, thank you for subscribing. I'm sorry I was wrong. I got my ass kicked in those lock battles, but it's okay. It's okay.
Hey, thank you all for listening to the college basketball experience. We have some of the best fans out there. My mentions were nuts yesterday because I was not on Twitter at all.
And hold on, and also just say, and the real reason that I could not make the show was I was plowing a girl at Saginaw State.
Dreams in my dreams for yesterday, I guess. But I wish I was doing something other than just laying in my bed and listening to these two losers.
So wait, you were right there. You were right there in the background, but you just couldn't turn the fucking camera on.
I thought I was going to be long passed out before this show started, and I couldn't sleep, even though I was on 2 hours of sleep last night.
You never go to sleep.
I was on 2 hours of sleep.
I never go to sleep. That is true. I should have known better that just my system.
But what were you doing all day
that
required 2 hours of sleep? Saginaw State? Scattered ass?
Better left undisclosed. Let's say.
Is it election season or what? It's a politician right here, baby.
This is Noah from last night. No, this is Noah from last night.
Why'd I get mixed up with that bitch? Because she got a great ass.
Yeah, there we go. All right, I'm out of here. Let's do some recap.
All the way up it.
He's laying in his bed. He's just looking at the ceiling going, why did I think that Tom Izzo was just going to go quietly again?
I think he had the gal from Saginaw State in bed there.
Yeah.
Hey, honey, want to check out my drywall in the basement?
I wonder if she bet on Sparty or Baylor.
All right. Look, let's recap because out the gate, why didn't I bet this? Stony Brook would have hit in overtime. They won by 4 against the Army Black Knights. Your thoughts on your Black Knights as you lose this game?
I will always bet my Black Knights. It feels like there's good value there, but they continue to disappoint me. But like I said, I had no feel on this game. I was not betting this game.
Shout out to Tommy B, who gave us $7. YouTube.com/the college experience. Folks, says seems to be negative vibe going on in the chat. So here's a lucky 7 and cab fare for Noah to get to the show. There we go.
Thanks, Tommy.
Appreciate you, Tommy. And negative energy. Anytime you have a losing night, you're going to get a bunch of negative comments. It's okay. It's okay. It goes with the turf and gambling. So, but more times than not, we're right. We actually have the data to back it up. So it's okay. It's okay. But I'm disappointed that I didn't bet the Seawolves, but Colgate, wasn't this a push? What was this? 16, 17? I think this was a push when we caught it on the show. Colgate gets drilled by Illinois by 17. Your thoughts on the Illini strong performance against a decent Colgate team?
Yeah, I mean, the Illini are quietly having a nice little non-con, and we talked about it. They've been playing good basketball, came off the Tennessee loss. Now they got what did they call that game? The game against Missouri. What's it called? It's in St. Louis every year.
It's a rivalry game that I am drawing a blank on it too. Someone in the chat will let us know.
Yeah, whatever it's called, Illinois and Missouri fans. Missouri embarrassed Illinois last year in this game, so looking forward to that one on Friday night.
Yeah, that's a great Friday night game. I started off making money today because the Auburn Tigers, welcome to the jungle. I don't know. That's my shitty impersonation of that. As they got it done by 16 against USC. Don't just go into the jungle and get that dub. Your thoughts on this game? I know we both locked up the Tigers. Yeah. Your thoughts on this game, man?
Auburn's a wagon at home, man. It's going to be hard not to take them every single game at home. USC's not very good. I know USC's got all the hype, but they're kind of soft, and they got punked today. So great win, Tigers. Bruce Pearl, they continue to roll.
Yeah, anytime you play there too, like they might have been able to beat Auburn on a neutral or something, but not in the jungle. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. What's your ceiling for Auburn this year? Now that we're heading into SEC play, do you think they could win it?
Such a weird team. Win the SEC potentially. Yeah. I mean, I don't think so. I'd probably say second or third, but wouldn't shock me. They have such a great home court edge.
Yeah.
And I think the floor is a little bit better because Ole Miss seems to win every game, even though we project them to lose. And then I think South Carolina is better than what we thought. LSU seems to be a team that can benefit off this new rule. Who's the only true lemon is Vandy, right?
Yeah, Vandy. And then, I mean, you look at like Mississippi State, they're so up and down. I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting to see if South Carolina and LSU can get out of the basement. It is good. It's good, solid top to bottom.
I was shocked by this outcome here as we went to the Pentagon and Syracuse won by 20 against Oregon. Woo! It's a good win for the Orange Men. What'd you make of this one?
Yeah, I mean, talk about another team that's quietly playing better basketball. Syracuse, they're sitting at 8-3 now. Beat Georgetown on the road, then beat Oregon. They quietly have had a pretty good December under first head coach Adrian Autry.
Yeah, I think they look better than they have the past couple of years. Oregon's always weird as fuck, man. In the past like 4 years, I can't get a read on them. Glad I didn't bet this game because I would have bet on Oregon had I. My heart broke on this one because I had VMI plus 17.5 and they lost by 19. You filthy fucking losers. Only scoring 49 points against Longwood. Fucking Military Institute my ass. All right. If you were a real Military Institute, you'd know how to score 50 fucking points in a game. All right. Did you order that code red? Gosh.
This is so frustrating because I think VMI was down like 1.5. Put Longwood in that category, the teams I went off on last night. They continue to just beat me, and I keep betting against them. JMU, FAU, and who's the other one? App State. Longwood's in there, man. They're like 12-1.
I see that the line closed at 19, so someone cashed on that. Well, not me.
Yeah, I bet
I lost on that, but kudos if you got that. Omaha Steaks came through for us. Shout out to the few Omaha Maverick fans that always tweet me saying give the Mavericks their respect. I took them. I just did not bet them. Shout out to those Mavericks as they beat Stetson, the Hatters, by 8. Your thoughts, Mac?
Not many thoughts on this one. Like you said, Omaha didn't have much of a feel here, but hey, good win over Stetson. They're 6-6 right now, so hey, not bad.
That's what I'm talking about. Get your kicks with 6-6. All right.
Yeah.
Alcorn State covered against Northern Iowa. Didn't bet this, but I would have lost money had I. Nice performance by the Braves as they only lose by 18 to the Panthers. Your thoughts?
Northern Iowa is another weird team. I can't really figure them out. They're kind of up and down. I know they won by 18 today, but they I don't know. They were asleep at the wheel today.
I added a new team to my list today.
Who you got? Pepperdine?
No, but maybe I need to add that to the list too. But Wagner.
They suck. You're right.
This is the last time I bet Wagner, as I lost 100 clams on them against fucking Fairfield. As the Fairfield went 63-51. I'm out. I'm out on the Seahawks this year. Vacuum Company, they're done. Your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I think my handicap was Wagner was catching 7.5. Who was Fairfield to be like 7.5? But they dominated this game and they've won 5 in a row now. So maybe I need to stop hating on Fairfield.
I'm done. I'm not vacuuming for a fucking year. All right.
No vacuum.
Oh man.
Wagner was up 21-6. I thought they were down 21-6.
I actually did not watch this game, so I watched a few games today, just not that one. When I'm not at the studio, my access to God's eye is not as good. Sundays are my days not going to the studio. So, Louisville 85, Pepperdine 63. I'm so glad I didn't bet this game. I'm so fucking glad I didn't bet this game because I would have bet $100 on Pepperdine, and I had really thought about betting this game. Who is this Louisville team, Mac?
Oh, this is the whiskey play of the night. This is the worst play of the year. They got fucking drilled. Louisville looked like 2013 Louisville today. A horrible pick by me. I was buying into that Louisville would never win another game. They may not win another game, but they beat Pepperdine. Lorenzo Romar, your team is god awful if you're losing by 30 to Louisville. That's fucking pathetic, man.
That was really bad.
They must have had their tights, as Gary said in the chat.
Tommy B said he thinks the $7 he donated should be for Noah Bieniek to get condoms. Your thoughts, Mac, on that?
Yeah, with inflation, how much are condoms nowadays? What, $2-3 per one? So you can get a little 2-pack for Noah Bieniek. It's just in case one breaks. Yeah. He's got to always have a backup.
Load it up, all right? If not for that, he's going to be using that pink shit they put in drywall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What is that? What is that shit? I don't even know what it is. You know what I'm talking about? Like that pink shit. You go into a house that's like half built. It's all cotton or some shit. I don't know. It's all itchy. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. What I'm talking about, though, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? Insulation. There we go.
Kind of.
I've been drinking.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I've been drinking. All right.
It's the theme of the show, baby.
You ever use? Look, you haven't lived until you have, unless you've used insulation as a fucking, as a rubber, essentially. Just saying.
I have not done that.
Right?
I have not done that. Maybe I'll try that on my next life.
Yeah.
I did. My days of using that shit
Those
are
are
over.
desperate times when you just gotta throw some insulation in there and just hope that protects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After you found 24 Keystones or Natty Lights.
Yeah. I mean, what is Bieniek drinking these days? So is there a Michigan beer up there? Keystone could be Michigan. I don't know. Something like that. You either do the insulation as that, or you do it to muffle the sounds while mom and dad are upstairs. You know what I mean?
It's more than a betting show, everybody. This is life lessons over here on the College Experience.
You can do a lot of things when your basement's unfinished. Right?
The name is the College Experience. There's more than just betting.
Yeah.
That's all. You didn't mention that Michigan beer though.
What is your go-to nowadays, Noah?
Yeah, like Texas, you get a Lone Star. What is Michigan? Busch Light? I don't fucking know.
Miller.
What is it?
Miller,
really?
Yeah.
I thought that was Wisconsin.
That's Wisconsin,
great.
Right?
It's in the Great Lakes. Yeah.
I got you. It's a good beer.
You can do a lot of things in an unfinished basement, though. You know what I mean? You can really kick ass at life in an unfinished basement. Anyway,
I really want to go visit that basement one day. If I ever visit Michigan, I go over to Noah's house. I got to see the basement, Mr. and Mrs. Bieniek. I got to see this basement.
We don't have a spare room, so the couch in the basement's yours if you need to go to a Michigan State.
What else is in that basement? Do you guys have another fridge in that basement?
No, there's just a lot of workout equipment. That was my gym growing up. I just lived in there. Yeah.
Okay. What else? What else we got in that basement?
Pool table, ping pong table.
Oh,
it's one where you can put the ping pong table on top of the pool table.
Very nice.
We've got dome hockey.
What?
Dome hockey.
What's that? What's that?
You never played dome hockey?
Is that like with you're basically playing
there's rods on
handles.
both ends. Yeah, the handles.
Yeah, I have played that actually. I didn't know it was called dome hockey. We just said, "Hey, dude, you want to play hockey?"
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got a couple of things down.
Who knew? It's a fucking Dave and Buster's in your basement, dude. Who knew?
That's not Dave and Buster's. It's like I don't know.
Magazines all stuck together. What type of magazines are we working with down there? Sears catalog. What are we doing?
Not many magazines, but there are a bunch of newspaper pictures plastered on the walls of the very few Detroit sports moments that have
Kid Rock album covers. All right.
Not quite. There's a lot of CDs down there. Not quite Kid Rock.
I'm fucking with you, buddy.
Gary K goes, "Welcome to the basement."
If you're ever in the greater Michigan area and you're trying to get a tour of the unfinished basement.
TVDBJ knows what's up. It's the garage fridge. It's not a basement fridge. It's a garage fridge.
No, I think you should do a TikTok from down there and give out like your pick of the day from the basement. That should be a new segment.
The lighting is terrible down there, so it's kind of all over the place.
That's on purpose though, for when you bring old Rebecca from Saginaw back, right?
It's not very easy to turn off if that's the
perfect.
Case,
Don't worry about it. All right.
A little wrestling under the covers.
Yeah. How many inflatable dolls? Is Rebecca really an inflatable doll? That's what I want to know. All right. I'm joking, buddy. But look, if you're ever in the greater Michigan area, maybe you at Noah Bieniek's on Twitter at NoahB77_. Maybe if you give him a C note, he'll show you a tour of the basement. I don't know if you want to be that brave, but maybe welcome to the Basement Podcast with Noah B.
Love it.
Where the hell are we at? Let's talk about this Louisville team.
I don't know. Every time I pick them or pick against them, they fucking screw me. So fade me on my Louisville pick. They got Kentucky next. I'll probably take Kentucky.
I love watching that game, even if they're terrible. So the chat, I'm loving the chat right now. Talking to we have Noah's basement is on fire in the chat.
That's the best thing about the college experience. There's segments within segments. You got the cocktail run, you got the cocktail napkin.
Yes.
Now we got the basement. There's
basement
different
blues
elements. Yeah. If you're listening just on audio every morning, you're probably like, what the hell are these guys talking about?
I would ask Clark, what's going to be more entertaining, watching Louisville, Kentucky play this Friday or Thursday, whatever day it is, or watching Noah? If we set up a camera in Noah's basement for 3 hours during that time, what would be more entertaining?
Definitely Noah.
I can't believe Hartford's still not D1, but they got waxed by Stonehill as they should. But my worst play of the night, and I'm super mad. I hate this team this year. Sorry, Jerome Tang. Kansas State sucks. They fucking suck. They only score 46 at home. Nebraska 62, K-State 46. K-State is not going to go to the tournament this year, dude. They're not good. I watched this whole game. They suck.
It's hard to disagree. I mean, their resume is kind of lacking. What's their best win? Villanova. Villanova's not very good. Yeah, man, they don't have the magic this year. This was only their second loss under Jerome Tang. So, and then obviously Nebraska with a little bit of mocking Jerome Tang in the locker room with the dance. So good for you, Big Red. Good win for the Cornhuskers. Definitely game ball. What are we saying?
Yes. What's going on here? I mean, first off, the Noah needs batteries for Christmas line. Hilarious. Jay Wolf says, can someone explain to me? Can we go back to the Jay Wolf one? Why Courtney Love games are named that? Why the name? Well, she was only like the biggest whore this side of the Mississippi, but yeah, she doesn't have the best track record. She also, she has, she would go out to LA bars looking like a fucking Nick Nolte mugshot. All right. I mean, come on. Like, yeah. Google.
For starters, for basis, we made a clip out of Patty C saying that he would dive into Georgia State's line because it smelled against some other team in the Sun Belt, and it just stuck like shit to the wall, like everything else on this podcast. So, and then it just became the Courtney Love game. So it really kind of stuck on the wall.
Well, I think I think if memory serves me correct, I said something like Patty C. This game's got a Courtney Love vagina smell to it, right? Does that sound accurate?
Yeah, and then I can honestly.
He said something like, "You got to dive into this stink."
Yeah, I can pull it up because then he mentioned a hilarious, fucking hilarious line about how he just dives into the stink and it takes him back to college.
So now when a line doesn't make sense, it reeks of Courtney Love's vagina, which means, I like me, I should have, that K-State line I thought was rather short. I should have listened to the Courtney. I should have smelt. I did smell it. I just didn't pay attention to it. My brain did not connect that we should have not bet on Kansas State, and therefore we lost a solid amount of money. She danced at the grossest peeler. What was that? Oh, nice. Love Vancouver. Great city. Great fucking city. Anyway, moving along. Nebraska destroys K-State. This one, now had I hit this on the money line, I would have made a profit, I think, tonight, because I had a solid amount of money on the Roadrunners as 10-point dogs, and also sprinkled that money line. Didn't hit the money line, but covered the spread here. Oregon State, does Oregon State beat every mid-major by 1 point in like overtime normally? But they win. They normally find a way to win, but they still suck. So we should continue to fade them. What'd you make of this one?
They do suck. They beat Troy by 1 in double overtime. They beat Utah Valley by 3, Cal Poly in double overtime, and now UTSA by 1. And somehow they beat App State in overtime. I don't know how they beat App State.
Yeah. How the fuck did that happen? Great win on the resume there. Also ate shit on Fullerton and the points against Boise. Didn't bet this game, but I still ate shit with it. Boise continues to look good. I did chase the dragon a little bit here, and I knew I was losing on the day, and I decided to put a little bit of money on Mississippi State minus the points against North Texas. I only put $50 because I was chasing the dragon, but did hit there. But don't worry, I ate shit on another one that I chased the dragon. We did bet on UTEP against Abilene Christian, and you talked me into this, you drunken motherfucker. All right, you talked me into taking UTEP. I was not gonna bet this game, and Abilene Christian beats UTEP by 6.
Yeah, I watched the whole second half. This thing was back and forth. I think UTEP had the lead with 4, 5, 6 minutes, and then Abilene Christian went on like an 8-0 run to put it away. So. The former program beats their former coach with Joe Golding. So good win for Abilene Christian. They're good, man.
Well, the best play that I had all day, and I highlighted this as my top play last night, was that Illinois State was going to destroy North Dakota State. That came true. So hopefully you put your largest wager on that. Although I did, and I still had a losing night, but Illinois State dominated North Dakota State. Boom. 10-point win. You can't just beat a team by 100. And next week just come out and win on the road. No. How about you picked this correctly? Did you lock this? You might have. The Raging Cajuns covered, but didn't win against McNeese, as Will Wade gets a 2-point win against the Raging Cajuns.
This was a bunch of bullshit.
What happened?
This was my favorite lock of the day. 3 techs took McNeese down to 5 total players for the final 14 minutes of the game. So
Isn't that ironic that that Will Wade calls out the NCAA much like Jim Harbaugh did?
Yeah.
And then he gets his whole team gets texts. You gotta play. No. The chat was just saying you're like a politician. You got to play the politician game sometimes when you're a head coach.
I loved it. Yeah, I loved it.
I will say, Louisiana was up 13 with 10 minutes left. They should have won the game
because there was 3 techs. You get 6 free throws off of that, Matt. You as a coach,
they'd be up 7 or 8. I mean, they were
dude,
the better team. They just great comeback though for McNeese.
Sorry, hang on.
That was.
Let me pour another rum and ginger ale. Keep talking.
So that was McNeese's largest ever attendance for a game. Like I figured
place was rocking.
Yeah, I figured with it being the rivalry game and they had lost 8 straight, that place would be nuts. And it was. But it helped in a comeback instead of just a blowout win like I was thinking. So
and Marlon and Wade don't like each other. Remember when they got into it in the NIT in 2018 because Marlon's like, we should be playing at home, which he was right. They had a better resume than LSU.
He was right.
That was total bullshit. But man, Will Wade, he's got that thing going. We got to start accounting for this home court that they're gonna have.
I don't know.
Those people are fired up down there.
Yeah, like they are fired up, but like I was actually, it was kind of laughable. They stormed the court and they only filled up like 15% of it. I was like, oh, not a good look. It was a record large attendance too. Yeah. So it was like, oh boy.
Moving along, I lost a bunch of other games. Northern Kentucky. I mean, I didn't bet these games, but Northern Kentucky beat Eastern Kentucky by 10. I didn't think that would happen. I thought EKU would win that game. Shout out to the Norse. Mm-hmm. Your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, good win. Always good win when you get an interstate game and on the road against a good EKU team. So good win for the Norse.
Montana swept San Jose State. They had won in Missoula, and now they won in San Jose. Didn't see that one coming.
Team.
Yeah, they're hard to get like this year. Seton Hall beat Missouri once again. I took Missouri. I didn't bet this game, but Seton Hall 93, Missouri 87. Your thoughts?
That line kind of stunk. Seton Hall controlled this game. Look at Beck. I should have locked this. I was on Seton Hall, but good win. They dominated.
And Oral Roberts got destroyed by Oklahoma State. I should have known this one. I should have locked up OK State because this line crept up overnight. This went up like 3 points overnight. But yeah, I didn't bet that. And then Stanford somehow covered against Idaho. Didn't bet this game, but that's how bad Idaho is. And I did. This is the circle of trust. Decided to bet Howard minus 1.5. They lose to Texas Southern by 1 in Vegas. Did you bet the other side of this?
Yeah, I had Texas Southern for win number 1. Howard, brutal trip out there to Vegas. They blew 15-point leads in both games.
Yeah. 8 shit there, and then we should have bet Iowa State. I felt pretty good about this against Florida A&M. I don't know why I didn't bet that. I should have bet that.
It's hard to get motivated to bet a minus 35 favorite.
I still think Florida A&M's like one of the worst teams in college basketball, and back-to-back nights. Remember, they played at Iowa the night before.
Yeah,
we should have been on top of that. And then I was dumb enough to take Washington plus the point. I knew this game smelled. I just said, "There's no way." I've watched Seattle play. Seattle sucks. Seattle looked good tonight. I watched some of this. Washington 100, Seattle 99, double overtime win for it's a good thing the Huskies didn't lose this game because this one might be really bad on a Selection Sunday if they're trying to get in. Still, you covered. I lost $100, and fuck you, Mike Hopkins, once again. Your thoughts, Mac?
Yeah, this was our lock battle, and I mean they were up 14 at half. I was like,
yeah.
I
Washington had no business winning this game. in my opinion.
They, you know what? They always come back in the second half for some reason. I was looking forward to bashing them tonight with that stupid graphic that they put out receiving votes because I was like, well, you ain't gonna be receiving votes if you lose to fucking Seattle. But they found a way to win.
They still might not be.
Yeah, true.
Remember this one now. Seattle had never beaten Washington since Seattle became a D1 team. We've got another one of these little brother, big brother matchups coming up later today.
Hold on, I want to talk about Joe Hill. I've been trailing you guys for days, but I do parlays, so I got a lot of losses from this show. Show me the correct show. Show me the correct show that's hitting parlays, Joe.
It don't happen, man.
I mean, come on, man. Parlaying. Look, parlaying. You do. That's like. It's like when you go to you go out to the bar with the boys and you do the credit card roulette. You're just lucky if you hit it. I mean, unless you're doing 2-game parlays, but if you're doing anything more than 2, it's fun, but it's absolutely fucking stupid.
That's how the sportsbooks make their money.
You can't come in here saying, I mean, yeah. Thanks for listening. Or watching, whatever the fuck, because I don't know what else to tell you. All right, buy a fucking lottery ticket. See how that works out for you. All right. Yeah. Jackson State 68, North Carolina A&T 60. What was this line again? A&T covered. A&T covered. Yeah. There we go.
Back-to-back nights. They're rolling 3 in a row on the cover machine for A&T. Let's go.
And then we get to the one that hurt me the most, Nevada, Hawaii. What the fuck happened here, man? What the fuck happened here? I was at dinner.
Good game, back and forth. I thought Hawaii got completely jobbed down the stretch. De Silva's 5th foul was a joke. Changed the whole thing. They had a 1-point lead. Hawaii was going to get the ball down 1, but good win for Steve Alford. I mean, that's a good win. Hawaii's good.
I thought Hawaii should have won this game.
Yeah, I did too.
Score tracking it, which I didn't watch the game, so I can't speak intelligently on this. But yeah, fuck Steve Alford. All right, he's pulling these wins out of his ass.
You know what it is? Mountain West play.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Maybe it's my fault because he's kind of like Rick Barnes, where he dominates dominates November and December. And then starts to get a little worse in conference play, and then by the time March comes around, they suck. Maybe that's the angle. As I lose money here. Anyway, all right, game balls, fire away.
Nebraska, 20-point win. K-State had the lead at half. They outscored them by I think like 22 in the second half. Big red game ball for me.
Well worthy. However, I think this one probably more worthy. Syracuse. 20-point win against Oregon randomly in South Dakota. Actually, no, I think yours is better because it was on campus. But Syracuse definitely deserves a game ball. Who's your second one?
Let's go McNeese. Beating Louisiana, the comeback with 5 players, like Noah said. Will Wade's got that thing going. Enjoy it, McNeese State fans, because I don't know how long he's going to be there.
All right, you ready for this one?
What you got?
Louisville.
Oh no! Fuck Louisville. They don't deserve.
Look, you got up. You got up. The waves came to town. You might have been intimidated about this Pepperdine team, and you beat them by 22. You made a statement to Pepperdine. Don't ever come back to Louisville and think that you can fucking win a basketball game. You fucking Pacific Ocean pussies. All right. So that's my second game ball. Who is your next game ball?
I'll go to Kansas City and Missouri. That was like a home game for them. Seton Hall gets it done on the road in a way. They needed that win. Shaheen Holloway.
My final game ball. I'm actually going to say, I think the most deserving game ball left is going to be the likes. I'm going to say Mississippi State. You beat North Texas. It wasn't actually in Starkville. Hail State. I read a great piece that Bruce Feldman did on Mike Leach, who was a big friend of ours. Go check that out on The Athletic because it was a great article. Made me remember our friend Mike Leach. And we're just over a year of his death here. So Hail State, man. Hail State, hell of a guy. That's the third game ball there. And all right, folks, look, before we get to the next one, I want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Look, Underdog Fantasy has a way to play alongside your favorite fantasy players all season long. They got NFL, they got NBA, they got NHL, they got college basketball, and they got college football. Simply pick higher or lower on your favorite players' fantasy stats and cash in. Noah, I know last night you were off the grid in Saginaw, but I'm curious what you're doing here. Do you got some cocktail napkin math perhaps going along in that basement of yours about who we should be taking on Underdog Fantasy?
So there's only one game out right now currently, and it's Maine at UCF. Now, I don't love this play, but just going to give one out because I feel like I even haven't given out an Underdog play the last couple of shows. Saturday's show is loaded, so we just wanted to get to the picks, and yesterday I wasn't on the show. So I'm going to take you to UCF's Shamari Allen, and I'm going to go higher than 3 rebounds. I think a big advantage for UCF in this game is going to be on the glass against the Maine Cocaine Bears. So that's what we're going to do. Higher than 3 rebounds.
Okay, there we go. Noah's been writing a lot of great articles over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com or on the SGPN app, which you get for free at the App Store or Google Play Store. So grab that thing. You'll get access to everything. And shout out to Casey Riley, says Mike Leach, Cody, Wyoming's finest. Yes, Coach Leach was the man. I was very lucky. We were very lucky, SGPN. And shout out to Kev Dallas giving us $5 saying he needs an early winter tomorrow morning, Christmas around the corner. If not, the kids are getting cold for Christmas. There we go. There we go.
No pressure.
Look, if you are they kids as in sons, daughters? Because your son will understand. Daughter, I don't know. Didn't get the right Barbie. That could be a pain in the ass. But if it's your son will have a conversation with you in a couple years. All right. In the meantime, play some Sega Genesis from back in '92. All right, some shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Tomorrow's slate. Let's go. Game 1, 8:30 in the morning. There is a game at 8 a.m. out here in the West, and that is Penn State Allegheny against Drexel, the Dragons.
There are afternoon games the entire week, by the way. So
as it should be.
Christmas, baby.
Why don't we have this all year? I mean, come on. No one, everyone works from home these days. These are, we should have this all year. Anyway.
And nobody goes to the games in the evening, so don't give me the ticket sales. Nobody goes to this fucking game.
Yeah. Fucking Drexel hasn't sold out a game in fucking 60 years. All right. ULM is at Jacksonville. Jacksonville's laying 5.5. I can't do it. I've been burned on. You want to talk about if I had to name a couple teams that have cost me the most money this year? St. Peter's might be on there, but Jacksonville is certainly on that fucking list. So give me ULM in the points, but I am not. Actually, it's a standalone game. Should I go back to the well with Jacksonville?
No, I'm going to talk you into Monroe. I don't think this is an elementary school game because it's the holiday season. So it's going to be a quiet atmosphere down there in Jacksonville. Monroe's coming off back-to-back road losses. They're going to be ready to go in this game. Let's go, Monroe. Warhawks, lock it up.
Oh,
school's out. I agree with Mac. School's out.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, Monroe.
Isn't that a fucking Motley Crue song or something? Anyway, let's go. It wasn't Motley Crue.
Who the fuck was triple lock Monroe?
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
There we go. We got that donation. So
that was not
go.
a triple lock. No, I was just agreeing with Mac being that the school is out for the elementary kids.
Fucking so soft. So fucking soft. Your fucking
What's
cocktail
the napkin
napkin
got it?
Such a pile of shit. You know what I mean? Have some fucking cojones. Make a fucking pick. Good
he won't do
God.
It. He doesn't get that. He does a good job of not giving in to peer pressure, which I recommend. Always give in to peer pressure. It always ends well.
Yeah, I mean, where the hell's my theme music? Here we go. Friends through eternity, loyalty, honesty will stay together through thick or thin. Friends forever will be together. All right, next up. South Carolina.
Real quick, somebody in the chat, Big Cash Glizzy, they're not coming off back-to-back. They had a D3 home game that they played. So they got that out of the way.
Perfect spot.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go, Monroe.
South Carolina State's catching 12.5 against UNC Asheville. Buddy, you've taken me for a ride on this South Carolina State team. I don't appreciate this ride. All right. No. I feel like you've talked me into taking South Carolina State like 3 or 4 times, and every time they get drilled by 40.
Not against Jacksonville last week when they won outright.
That's probably that's because I took Jacksonville that night.
Yeah. We got to take Asheville because South Carolina State's just bad on the road. They're good at home. They won both their home games against North Florida and Jacksonville. So when they come back home against Bruton Parker on Friday, we'll look to take them then.
All right, look, there's 2 3:00 games. We have to bet one of these. South Carolina State, Asheville, or Coastal Carolina at Charleston. Charleston's laying 14.5.
I think this should be the one. I think we should bet Coastal because they already played. They played in that tournament. The line was like 8.5. I think this is too much. Coastal, lock it up.
Even though they switch coaches.
Yeah, I just think that they've already played. They're familiar with one another. So I'll be on Coastal here. I mean, they lost.
I was
Wofford
thinking Coastal was the play, but I just was like, eh.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Although they have not played a road game, so
nope.
that
I am locking up Charleston. Here's why. So that you were right. The line was around 7.5 or 8 the first time they played. Why is Charleston laying 14? The home court advantage isn't 6 points. Second of all, this is the head coach's first road game ever, by the way, as a head coach. And then third, I just think there's just too big of an advantage here. Coastal Carolina's faced the 338th strength of schedule so far this season, and Charleston is just really good on the glass. Coastal 346th in defensive rebounding, and Charleston takes care of the ball. They're going to force some turnovers on Chanticleers on their first road game. Chanticleers 244th in turnovers once again against the 328th strength of schedule.
What about this?
Lock up the Cougars.
What about this? I have been to Charleston, South Carolina many times.
Me too.
It's kind of a transplant city.
But that home court environment,
they're good. They're good at home.
No, the reason why I say that is the students aren't going to be there for this, and
yeah, but like you said, they're a transplant city, so like you're not getting many students to begin with. They're like it's one of the oldest like residency cities in the country, in terms of demographics. I know that because I've been down there a couple of times too. But
I know I love the city, but my point that I'm trying to make is that normally that stadium gets lit, but I feel like students are a big part of that. And if students aren't there, I think a lot of the people that live within Charleston are not from Charleston, South Carolina.
No, Noah talked me off the lock. I'm just gonna pick Coastal just because I didn't realize it was their first. I don't know how they've only played no road games. That's shocking to me being a mid-major. Colby, I think we should rewind and lock up Asheville if we're going to do one. They've lost 3 games in a row on the road. Now they're back home. South Carolina State's really bad on the road.
Well, we got to lock one of these 3:00 games.
So I'm locking Charleston. You can at least play me my music, and then you guys can hop on the other play. That way we're locking both as a show.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I like Asheville better. So Colby, which one do you like better?
Well, this one. Give me Coastal Carolina plus the points. Little brother.
Oh, get out of here with this shit. This isn't the little brother game today. No.
This is definitely a little brother. Charleston made the NCAA tournament last year. They reside in the same state. They're not a far drive from one another. What are you talking about?
Yes. I've made this drive.
It's it is not. I just made this drive fucking in the past 2 years.
Isn't it like 3 hours? That's not.
No, it's 2. It's 2.
It's not a close drive,
dude. 2 hours is nothing. Fucking, I go to work every day 2 hours. You know what I mean? What are you talking about? Coastal's covering this.
Anytime they're bordering states inside the same state, but 6 hours away, New York, Philly, you guys are
no. I never said the New York Philly angle. That was all Mac.
Oh, they hate each other. New York and Philly hate each other.
I did not say
Iona and
that
St.
one.
Joe's have nothing against each other at all.
2 hours is close, man. 2 hours. And look, my parents look, I've spent time. My parents like retired down there in South Carolina. That shit is an easy fucking drive. There's no cars on the road. That shit is an easy. Yours is smooth. You can have a couple of these on the road. I mean, shit. I'm just saying, there's nothing. No one's there. You know what I mean?
No, you can hold on to that Iona game all you want. It will not change that Fair Dick and Tobin Anderson still beat your Boilermakers last year.
I'm just sticking to it. Tobin Anderson's just he just plops from one place to another after 1 year. He hasn't settled down and actually proven anything to me.
Settled down. What are you? Fucking, what are you? Jesus fucking, what's going on here? This fucking guy settled down. You talk like a fucking 29-year-old woman. I need to settle down. Anyway, I'm taking Coastal. I think Coastal's going to cover this thing, man.
And I'm on Asheville. So I settled on the Asheville one after digging more. Let's go. It's the first time I've ever rewound and locked one up.
All right. So, folks, I'll give him his Asheville music. Let's go.
Let's go, Asheville. They're going to win by 20.
2 hours is far. The fuck is he talking about? The Aqueduct, Quinnipiac is laying 4.5 against Holy Cross.
This line reeks.
You know I hate Quinnipiac. I really hate Quinnipiac. Shouldn't Quinnipiac be like a fucking 7 or 8 point favorite?
They should be. I mean, it's what, a 7-3 team versus 2-8. Holy Cross, though, they're 2-8, but they got drilled by Boston College. I like the bounce back here. I'll take you to a lock. Let's go. Holy Cross going to win this game.
I'll go, but
they're
just
going to win, man.
Hold on. I want people to know that I think Holy Cross is one of the worst teams. But
it'd be Dewey Pooey in Georgetown.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's take it. Because Quinnipiac's all over the place. They're never consistent.
They're way overrated.
Yeah. Bradley is catching 2.5 at Duquesne.
I struggle with this game.
Give me Bradley to win outright. What are you doing here?
Yeah, Bradley's lost 4 in a row. It feels like the buy low spot on them again. I thought it was against Cleveland State. So I'll take Bradley. I'm not locking it, though.
Yeah. Maine, the Black Bears are catching 13.5 at UCF at the moon bounce on the hardwood.
UCF kind of fucks team up at home, though.
But is anyone going to be there?
Probably not.
Give me Maine and the points. I'm not locking it, though. What are you doing here?
I'll take the points. I'm not locking this.
Noah?
Locking it up. I'm taking UCF. So gonna take you down to the strength of schedule again. Maine, they have had a great start to the season. They're 8-4. They have also played the 339th strength of schedule. The one time they took a step up out of the 200s in KenPom, they got smacked by Charlotte by 17. UCF has the rebounding edge on the glass.
That was the first game of the year, though.
It was, but they have not played another team of the similar caliber. UCF has the edge on the glass, and their defense is ranked 27th via KenPom. Maine's offense 266th against the 339th strength of schedule. So I'm locking up UCF. I think their defense is just going to be too good this game.
What's the napkin got?
Believe me, I love the Cocaine Bears. Napkin's got this at -19, by the way.
You know, a lot of people go to college for 7 years.
But then again, it's not accounting for a dead home environment. So, but I still think -12 is too juicy.
I knew you were gonna lock that.
Give me the Black
so
Bears
predictable.
And the points. It's too many points. Give me the Black Bears and the points.
At
Do you
this
guys have
point,
more locks than me? What's going on this show right now?
Bieniek, show up tomorrow. Actually, fuck, I'm not gonna be on the show tomorrow.
yeah, you show up tomorrow. So at this point, he's gonna fade my next pick, which is gonna be my favorite pick of the show, if they don't give me a nudge on any others, and I highly advise him not to.
Really? Morgan State's getting 7.5 at Campbell. Wait, is Morgan State his favorite play on the show?
He's talking about another one in the state of Michigan. We'll get to it here in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah. take the points?
I think so. I think it's a little steep. I think like Campbell's going to win by 4, by 5. Give me Morgan State in the points. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the points. No lock.
Maryland Eastern Shore is catching 12.5 or 13 at Marist. Give me the fuck. Wait, what?
Yes.
What?
Lock.
Fucking
Lock.
Rick Smith's back at Marist? What the fuck is happening here?
Who the fuck is Marist to be like 12.5? Get out of here with this. They hung with ECU last week.
Let's go. Give me Maryland Eastern Shore. 12. I see a 13 out there too. Let's go.
Maybe the money line's in question here. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, look, if you're sitting there pissing around money, hey, what was that guy's name earlier? Joe? I only do parlays. Joe, instead of doing one of these 16 parlays, can I offer some advice? Like I said, we should take UTSA on the money line tonight on last night's show, right? For today's game. They lost by 1, but had you hit that, you would have made more money. And it's just a lot easier than hitting that than your 16 parlay. Just a little, just from a guy. You're talking to a guy that got expelled in 5th grade for having a gambling ring. All right. Just a guy that's been doing it for a while. All right. Just saying. All right. Delaware State's catching 20.5 at Wake Forest.
I was so tempted.
I think we should.
Is the line telling us that Wake's going to fucking house them, though? Like, Delaware State's covered every game for like 7 games in a row. They're like due to just get absolutely railed.
But it's like that scene in Something About Mary when it's like the pizza man that's been acting like he's retarded. Right. And he finds out he's just normal and he's like, I love her, man. You know what I mean? That's the way I feel about Delaware State. I love her, man. I'm betting this shit. Give me the Hornets plus 20.5. Let's go. Shout out to Alfred 44. He's going to this game.
Let's go.
All right. We got a bunch of. Yeah. Let's take the points. Murray State's laying 1.5 at Littlecock. Oh, should we bet on Murray State? They're coming off a loss.
Yeah, they lost They've lost 4 in a row. This is a good buy low spot. Get Little Rock out of here. Murray State locked themselves.
Fuck you, Darrell. No, I like Darrell Walker, but fuck you, Little Rock. Let's go.
Little Cock. Noah Bieniek's here.
Yeah, you guys. What do you mean? You guys don't. Describe Something About Mary as that retarded pizza man movie. What's up, Noah? What are you doing here, buddy?
Why are we skipping 7:00 games?
What? Oh shit! Did I miss one?
Yeah, very conveniently.
That was not on purpose. Okay, do you have a play on Murray State Little Rock before I touch on that game? Okay.
No.
Oakland, not California. Oakland, Michigan. The Golden Griffs are heading to East Lansing to take on Michigan State. Michigan State is laying 16.5.
I'm fucking struggling with this game, man.
I'll take the points. I think I could be talked into a lock here, but Noah's like writing shit down. He's got that fucking Detroit Tigers fucking sticker on his wall. He's got the fucking Kyle Trask fucking jersey. He's been praying to Tebow for 20 years. What are you doing here, buddy? Oh, look at that hat.
Oh, look at that hat. We knew he was going to lock Oakland. The spot does favor Oakland. They haven't played in 10 days. Sparty just beat the freaking shit out of Baylor. I kind of think we should bet Oakland. Sparty's going to win by 10 to 12. It's going to be Izzo's going to have his little freaking Christmas sweater on, freaking yelling at the refs. I'll go Oakland. Let's go. Lock it up. Sparty by 10.
You guys are solo on this one.
No, give us your breakdown.
What's your breakdown, buddy?
My favorite lock of the day. Greg Kampe has had 10 full days with Oakland to prep for this game against Michigan State. And oh, what do you know? The sky was falling in East Lansing, and all of a sudden it's fixed. They beat one undefeated team in Baylor, who their best win was Auburn And then they had played shit cans after that. The very first opening night, they played Auburn with a freshman-led backcourt. I don't know how good Auburn or Baylor truly is. And all of a sudden it's fixed. Oakland has a fella named Trey Townsend. They're 5-man. Their best player. He's a stretch. He can even shoot the 3-ball. Michigan State does not have a center. They don't have a good front court. That is their weakness. Trey Townsend lit up Xavier to an outright victory. Oakland is 0-21 against Michigan State, but you're hearing it here on the College Experience.
They are live. That's a tough stat to back after.
They are live against Michigan State tomorrow. You saw Seattle today. Seattle was 0-16 against Washington going into today. Double overtime, absolute thriller. Oakland is going to force Michigan State to hit the outside shot with their little finicky zone. Michigan State's going to have to shoot over it. And I don't know if Michigan State can. They've been so inconsistent this year. They're going to have to prove to me after their biggest win of the season to go in and take down little brother. This is the little brother spot.
Oh, now you want the little brother spot.
Oakland Super Bowl in East Lansing. Our drive, fellas, for those that are questioning.
I do like the spot. I'm with Noah.
It's a hell of a spot for Oakland after they had 10 days off. I like this Oakland team a lot. I think they have a chance to win the Horizon. Michigan State's been disappointing so far this season. I absolutely love the spot. I like the team. Lock it up. Sprinkle some on the money line. I got it earlier today. Plus 890. I'll get an updated price on this too. Because I wouldn't be surprised if Michigan State gets bet tomorrow. Seriously.
Because the whole chat just seemed like they were on Oakland.
But
I saw like
I
10 comments saying like I'm already bet Oakland.
Yeah, I bet it at open. Like I think the world's going to be on Michigan State once again. 65% of the bets are on them against Baylor, and they whooped Baylor. That was the right side. I will say this. I think they're going to catch public money again.
I saw someone in the chat saying they live in East Lansing. Literally, no one's here. They're home for the holidays.
It's a college town.
That is the best angle for me. But I'm still backing off this one. This is you two could fly high.
Oakland. They'll lose by 12.
Double lock for Moneyline Mac and Noah Bieniek.
Clark Townsend points it out too. Rocket Watts revenge game. Great angle there too. And Finn Sullivan, I'm not even a hater of Michigan State. I had them in my Final Four last year, and they were a 7th seed. I've watched this team play this year. They don't have it. I legitimately think they're missing pieces.
They're going to the Final Four again this year.
All right, I'll join you. Let's go. Michigan State wins by 16. Let's get it.
You said they were going to Final Four again this year. That would mean that this core had gone there before. AJ Hoggard and
didn't they go in like 2019?
No,
they go every 4 years.
This core hasn't. These guys haven't had less than 13 losses in a season. This is just an average team that got hot last year.
We
also know you're a diehard Michigan fan, so
yeah.
Put some drywall up. Jacksonville State is getting 4.5 at Tarleton.
I think Jack State's going to win. I don't think Gillespie's not back, right?
Does this stink a little bit though?
What? Tarleton's what, 7-2 or 7-3 overall?
I just thought this would be more like 2 or 3.
Tarleton's 8-2. They've won 6 in a row. I'm locking Jack State. I think Jack State's going to go in there and get a win. They lost 3 in a row. I think they're going to be live in this game and win it outright.
I'll take Jack State, but I'm not locking it.
Let's go.
Fly solo.
Go Cox.
Moneyline Mac. Locking up Jacksonville State. The Mexicans are getting 2.5 at Chicago State. My favorite game of the whole fucking slate.
Worlds colliding again.
UT Rio Grande, Chicago State. Chicago State's laying 2.5. Oh boy, this game's awesome. This is folks. In case you're looking for this game, it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube, right? You can watch us and then lead up right to it. I think Chicago State wins this game.
I got a lock in this game.
It's a far trip.
Yeah.
It's cold as fuck. I know no one's there for the holidays, but I actually think this helps Chicago State because here's what I know. The teams that are located in big cities, you're more likely to have people coming back for the holidays that actually went to Chicago State or something where they actually can pack the arena more than they normally do. Give me the Cougars -2.5. I am not locking this game. What are you doing here?
I'm locking this system play. You gotta fade Chicago State when they're laying points. Last time they did was against Delaware State. They lost outright. 2 back-to-back big-time road wins at Northwestern, at Valpo. Mexicans are gonna get this thing done outright. Lock up the Mexicans. I'm back on the Mexican train.
You're crazy. You're fucking crazy, man. You're crazy. Moneyline Mag, lock it up. UTRVG, whatever the fuck. Southern Miss is laying 2.5 at Lamar. Oh man, that's a great question.
For what it's worth, I texted you guys this yesterday just from box scoring. I didn't watch a whole lot of basketball, but I didn't think the multi-transfers that had their first debuts yesterday really made that much of a difference. I was looking at a lot of them to see if they really were any game breakers. The only one was Jalen Cook, but he didn't start, and that pissed me off.
Yeah, and none of them played Lamar though. This was a 26-point win for Southern Miss last year.
Southern Miss always fucks Lamar up. I kind of think we should bet Southern Miss. They're off the loss. Lamar's won by 30.
Blood money.
Yeah.
Those filthy pieces of shit. Crime pays when it comes to college basketball. Let's take Southern Miss. UT Martin is catching 6.5 at Evansville.
I like this game too.
Give me UT Martin and the points. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm going to lock UT Martin. I've been impressed with them. They hung in with NC State the other night. I mean, they were winning the game for a good amount. Now, Evansville, I know they're hot, but
they're coming off a loss, actually.
Evansville?
They lost.
No, they beat Bellarmine.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
They got drilled at BYU. I like Martin here, man. I like Martin to keep. I think this game comes right down the wire. I'm going to lock Martin at Evansville. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Let's go, man.
Let's fucking go. UC San Diego's getting 1.5 at Sac State. Do not bet this game, but give me Sac State. What are you doing here?
2-7 team laying a point. System play. Sac State. Let's go.
You're locking it?
No. I think Sac State, baby. Let's go.
Moneyline Mag is locking it up. Portland State's catching 3.5 at Fresno. This you can talk me into.
What do you want to bet? Fresno?
Portland State.
Yeah. Does that line reek that they're laying 3? I mean, I thought that would be like a pick.
A little bit. But Fresno sucks, man. I've watched them multiple times this year. Look, okay. You don't want to go there with that. I'll just pick Portland State. I won't bet it, but what are you doing here?
You swayed me into the Portland side, so I'll take them.
Eastern Washington's laid 8.5 in the San Luis Obispo against Cal Poly.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna lay. I mean, Cal Poly's been playing better though. I'm still gonna lay the 8.5 with Eastern Washington. What are you doing?
Yeah, I think they're better. I'll lay with Eastern Washington.
Rob Donaldson says I have $1,000 on Eastern Washington -6.5. The line's already jumped to 8. I see it at 8.5 right now, Rob.
You
But
beat
I
that
understand
number,
The line opened 5.5 too, so it's really climbed.
Well, Edub, remember we took them was against Air Force on the money line, and Edub won because their record said 1-7 or something when they had played all these P5 teams.
Yeah.
All
They're
over
not
the
bad.
world. They're much better than their record. So I understand that logic. I'm not betting this though.
I have a soft spot for Cal Poly. I like Cal Poly.
Now you can talk me into this one. The nightcap. The Titans of Detroit are getting 15.5 or 16 at LMU. I told you LMU is not there yet as a team. They just don't look the part to me. They look like they went out and got a bunch of guys in the portal, and they're talented individually, but I just can't get on board with this team. They did beat UNLV somehow, but they got housed by some other shitty teams, man. I guess they beat UTEP by 20, but I think Stephen F. Austin got them by 10. Yale got them. Oakland got them. Santa Barbara got them by 9 the other night. I know Detroit's 0-10, but I feel like
10 against the spread.
I feel like we should lock Detroit.
Oh, we said we were going to quit him the last 3 times. I can't help myself. Lock up Detroit.
Let's go.
Let's go, Detroit. LMU's got Colorado State on deck, too.
Yeah, give me those Titans. LMU wins by like 10. Let's go. Lock it up.
Cover of the year. This is the one.
This might be the game I feel best about.
Same, man.
When I watch LMU play basketball, it looks like they just took a bunch of guys to them on the court. It's like there's no cohesiveness, no one's setting screens. It's just confusion. Not even organized confusion, just confusion. So,
hey guys, I have a funny stat for you, by the way. The Detroit Pistons and Detroit Titans have combined for just 2 wins the entire year.
Didn't the Pistons win the other night?
No, I think they just have 2 wins.
Or today? Didn't they win today?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look at the score today. I could care less about that team.
Be the one plus 700.
The other stat is I don't know if they won at home today. If the Pistons did win, going into today, the Spartans had more wins at the Little Caesars Arena where the Pistons play than Detroit Pistons. So that's fun.
That's hilarious. But Noah, you live in Michigan. You don't have a take on this fucking game?
I'd actually lay it with Loyal Marymount. Like Detroit Mercy is dog water.
Never mind. The Pistons lost by 40. The Bucks.
I thought they won today. They were up early, 2-0. But
I'm fake news.
It's a large lead against the Bucks.
All right,
TVJ goes combined 2-34.
You have to cover one game at least before Christmas. Come on, Detroit. Like, my God, you can't go 0-11.
I am locking up to recap because that's all of them. We are locking up as in the Dundee followers out there, the land down under. ULM plus 5.5. Coastal Carolina plus 14.5. Holy Cross plus 4.5. Maine plus 13.5. Do see a 14 out there. Delaware State plus 20.5. Maryland Eastern Shore plus 11.5. Sprinkle the money line. Oakland plus 16.5 against Michigan State. Murray State minus 1.5 against Little Cock. Southern Miss minus 2.5 against Lamar. UT Martin plus 6.5 at Evansville. And last but not least, Detroit plus 15.5 at LMU. McIntyre.
Yeah, we both got Monroe to start the day in the early standalone game. I got Asheville laid the big number against South Carolina State. South Carolina State's bad on the road. Holy Cross is going to get it done against Quinnipiac. I think they might win the game outright. We'll go to Maryland Eastern Shore. I think they're live in this game against a little bit of an overrated Marist team. So give me Maryland Eastern Shore. Murray gets it done at Little Cock after losing 4 in a row. Oakland in the little brother game. Tom Izzo, the Christmas sweater vest game. Give me Greg Kampe and the boys to keep this close. They lose by 10. Jack State at Tarleton gets it done. I think they win it outright. The Mexicans are going to the Windy City. They're going to get it done. Let's go Mexicans. Southern Miss at Lamar. We both like that one. Lay it. UT Martin at Evansville. I think they're live in that game. Sac State at the Nest, baby, is going to get it done against UC San Diego. And the nightcap, Detroit, the Mercy are going to cover their first game. I would not be shocked if they're live in this game. I'm with you on Loyola Marymount. They're not the same this year. Let's go Detroit. Christmas miracle.
Let's go. Hey, Mike Trutt in the chat. Shout out to Mike Trutt. He says, I have tickets to the next 5 LMU games. I might join you, man. I look at their next 5 after Detroit. I'm not going to the one tomorrow because I have a holiday dinner. But Colorado State on Friday, I am considering joining. They have Tarleton on the 29th, which I would consider joining, and then Santa Clara and St. Mary's. Hit me up, man, on Twitter. I'll buy you a fucking beer if I'm at that game, man. But I think I can see myself at that Colorado State game Friday if I can get a ticket. So hit me up at the Colby D on Twitter. Let's fucking go. Noah, fire away with your locks, buddy.
All right. So the first one is Charleston -14 against Coastal Carolina. I think they have an advantage on the glass. Coastal Carolina's 328th strength of schedule, and they turn the ball over a ton against that strength of schedule. I just don't see them really lasting against Charleston, who beat them by 8. Or the line was set at 7.5 or 8 the first time they played. Now it's at 15. This thing smells. I smell blowout. Next one, UCF -12 against Maine. This is another strength of schedule spot. Maine 8-4 entering the game, but against the 339th strength of schedule. UCF is the biggest step up in class they've faced all season long. Another rebounding edge here for the very Golden Knights. Sorry. And their defense is 27th. Maine's offense is 266th. I think that the Cocaine Bears will just get suffocated here. And my favorite bet of the night, Oakland +16.5. Wait to bet this. Michigan State's going to be the public side after everybody's saying that they've fixed whatever was broken in the beginning of the season. Just a one-day turnaround. Now they get little brother in Oakland, who's had 10 days to prepare. Greg Kampe's never beaten Tom Izzo and Michigan State, but they're really good friends. Like Max said, this is like a little bit of an ugly sweater, have fun with it game. Yeah. Tom Izzo is going to look like an angry elf on the sidelines. His head's going to be all red with his green sweater. Lay a little bit on the money line, just sprinkle it a little bit because Trey Townsend down low is going to give this front court some fits, and that defense, that little zone is going to give Michigan State some trouble if they can't hit their outside shots. I love the Golden Grizzlies tomorrow. The Golden Cocaine Grizzlies. Sprinkle some on the money line. 1-21. Good luck.
There we go. How many times have you done? How many times have you sprinkled cocaine in that basement of yours? Is that what the ping pong table's for? Look, shout out to Dave Marino. Dude, Dave, how do I let you know? Because I think that, and he says he's willing to drive from Fresno. That is fantastic. Because I've made that drive. But Dave, how do I let you know, brother? Get at me, DM me on Twitter at the Colby D. Because I think I am. Might even take Patty C to that thing. How's that for a fucking fucking date? Huh?
You should see if you guys can get courtside for media.
It's true. I haven't sent an email in 7 years. So I mean that is that would be part of the problem. Folks, appreciate you joining in. We'll be back tomorrow night. Actually, it's gonna be Noah and Ryan tomorrow night. I'm going to a SGPN company dinner, and guess what? They didn't get invited, so I mean, I'm joking.
I'm offended.
Yeah. You guys didn't want to fly over and get a fucking.
You want me to zoom in?
But yeah, you guys are rocking. But my picks will be on SGPN's picks because I know you guys come here for my picks specifically, the real winners. But they're gonna hold it down. They're gonna be fine, folks. Check out Noah Bieniek on Twitter at NoahB77_. Also check out his basement if you're in the greater Michigan area. That might cost a few $100. Maybe he'll give you a ride in his LeBaron. All right, wood paneling on the side. That's a fucking ride.
Mac's been in the LeBaron.
Oh yeah. I saw the
or
LeBaron.
the.
I saw the LeBaron.
There we go. And give Moneyline Mac a follow on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. The college basketball experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Honestly, we appreciate the whole chat. You guys are awesome. You guys make this worthwhile. 218 people in here. I don't see 218 likes, but you know what? Like it if you can. If not, I'll sleep absolutely fucking fine. Subscribe on YouTube if you can. YouTube.com/The College Experience. And yeah, appreciate everybody. You guys are awesome. You guys make it a lot of fun. What else? Check out the Sports Gambling Podcast. We'll be live talking college football tomorrow. I'll also be live at noon with CJ Sullivan talking the bombs down under, talking about this weekend's college football and college basketball action, as well as tomorrow night and tomorrow. So check that out at noon Pacific. We will be going live. Until next time, folks, this is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
It's got me thinking about the good shit. The minute that I seen your grill again, it made me good trip. Good dog the mind back like dog will wind that. Man, I didn't get mad when you near me hit me can back. But the comings on was strong. Now my shit's coming along, you know the song. The truth is I'm pretty much on fire again. It's heating up for real, I'm alive again. And that's the attraction factor. Vancouver, Michigan with my rap disaster. Yeah, you know you want it how you want it. No need to trip cause I got it, doggone it. It's all yours and the extras too. All the super music and the sex for who? Just get it straight cause it caught me in a good mood. Let me demonstrate what this time of year could do. Yeah, sing it.